What's going on, people? Back again for another Red Talk, blood. And the first one back on YouTube, Saeed. What you telling me, fam?
Come on, man. That was an Undertaker, little Kane, a remix there. Come on, man. It's good to see you back, man. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
to you?
we're here, bro.
YouTube ain't nothing like home. That's what they say, man. Ain't looking like home.
Bro,
Big ups to you, bro.
listen. They ain't ready, but they ain't ready for what's coming, boy.
100K
Bruv, what about
coming.
the time? Bruv, what about timing? You know, what about timing for
Yeah.
this news with this club? You know what I mean? Always doing nonsense, bro. Like, always doing
Bro,
nonsense.
have
What
the
you making of
faith.
this?
Have the faith. That's what I'm saying to everyone. Keep the faith, man. We got time. Friday. Take it or leave it. I'm still praying, man. I'm still hoping, man. I ain't giving up till it's over.
Yeah.
I ain't giving up till it's over. Until they tell me otherwise, I ain't giving up, bro. And that's just
100%.
me. Everyone can have their own opinion. But for me, I ain't giving over until it's mathematically over. Until that
100%.
whistle blows, I ain't over.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I look at this situation right now, bro, it's like, but Ratcliffe ain't got no money. So it's like, how are the Glazers gonna accept his bid? Like, realistically, innit? Because imagine, yeah, if I say to you, all right, cool, Saeed, like, you owe me 10 grand, yeah, you can pay me the 10 grand up front, yeah, or you can pay me £100 every month. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? I want the 10 grand up front. Like, man ain't gonna say, oh, you could pay me the 10 grand, no, £100 a month. Bro, who's got that cut, bro? Who's waiting for that? Do you know what I mean? These men are talking about no installments, no bullshit, straight cash buy, clear the club's debt. A man are talking about my man that's got to refinance the debt to do
exactly.
What kind of nonsense is this?
But you know what it is though? I look at it like this. They know that Sheikh Jassim has got more money than he's stated right now. But
everyone knows that though.
Everyone knows that, exactly. But what they've done is they've tried to test the waters here as much as they can. They've tried to push him as much as they can. And if they leave with what's it called, Jim Ratcliffe, at least they know they're staying and still got the 20% in terms of how much do they have in terms of revenue.
Do we know for sure that the Ratcliffe deal now involves them staying?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the original plan, 50%, and then you've got 20% for them to kind of be at the football club. That was the original one. Or Sheikh Jassim coughs up with the money and says, right, I want this money, I want this amount. You've got to match the actual value that Ratcliffe is putting on, and then we can talk. But what has happened is he's actually put more money in Jassim, but not as a total package, which I think for me is a bit of a cheeky little thing that the Glazers have done. But that's what they do in it, man. They're businessmen, and how much as pains to stay it, they want more money because they know Jassim has got the money. But Jassim's like, bro, hold on a minute. I've given you a club world record fee. Nobody in world football is giving you this amount of money. Like, take it or leave it.
But they know that. But this is why, when you're negotiating, you have the face of the negotiations. You don't negotiate yourself, because what it does is now man know that you've got that money. So when you come in and say that, yo, we're only going it, but brother, I know you have it. You know, like that, but I know you have it. And this is why, like, if I was gonna make an investment in something, like, and I had that kind of money, I'm sending someone else. And I'm not telling them that it's me that wants to buy it. I'm just saying, yo, like, we've got money, bruv. Like, how much do you want?
Money.
That's it. We've got money. But as soon as you know how much, this is when you start getting cheeky, bruv. Because that's what the Glazers are doing. The Glazers are like, listen, you have to give me an obscene amount of money, or what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take this bread from this idiot, and we're still gonna make money on it, bro. You know, like that. So
but you know what it is though. The thing is though, in a sense, he was. I feel like he was never gonna win, because a rich guy is always gonna be a rich guy. You can't be quiet about being rich. Like, everybody knows you're rich somehow.
No, but you send an intermediary, so they don't need to know.
Yeah, you send intermediary 100%. But the thing is, where I think he was naive is that he didn't play the game. Jassim didn't play the game. Like, if the Glazers were asking for a package and not actually money, because they don't really care about investment, they don't really care about what you're doing in the training ground. They want to know, is it a better package for them? And I think maybe in that sense, he was a bit naive, Sheikh Jassim.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't know the game.
What do you mean in terms of package? Because, like, he's offering them.
He's offering more money, but not the value. The value, Jim Ratcliffe is offering a bigger value in terms for the Glazers. But
what do you mean? What do you mean? Explain that. Explain
because
that.
for me, obviously,
I'm not understanding what you're saying to me right now.
No, because if you look at it, Jassim has actually bidded a higher amount in terms of money wise to the Glazers in terms of $5.8 billion. Whereas actually Jim Ratcliffe has offered them a stake. He said you can stay and still have 20%. We're going to keep 50%. You can still stay at the football club with 20%. So overall for them, it's a better package.
Yeah, of course. No, I understand what you're saying. Like, he hasn't offered. They haven't offered more money. Do you know what I'm saying?
They haven't offered more money. No. They haven't offered more money.
Yeah, they haven't. But bro, what you got to realize is, Ratcliffe has had to do that out of desperation. That wasn't his initial offer.
He's played the game
because he ain't got the money. It's not even about playing the game. Because listen, if a man says to me, if I see, for instance, look at this side. We go to the showroom or something. We see something on Auto Trader. And we see a Range Rover, and the thing says, all right, cool, I'm selling a Range Rover for 30 bags. And then we roll up here, and I say, all right, cool, I got 30 bags. And then they say, we want 35. And I'll be like, all right, we got 35 bags. And then a brother comes in and says, oh, I'll give you 10 bags, and I'll just take the car on weekends. That's not why I'm here, blood.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not why I'm here. I'm not going to offer you that because I want the car. You know, like that. Like, man, don't want to share it with you. So it's one of them ones where, bro, like the thing don't make no sense, innit? It's like he didn't offer them a better deal. He offered them a different deal altogether. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He's bending the rules, but then the Glazers, obviously, they're businessmen. They're looking at it thinking, okay, so we've got a 20% stake in the football club. You know what? It makes sense for us to then sell that off in a couple of years where it could have more value. And then later on, we'll be leaving here with probably more money than we came here for at the start, and which both of them offered. So in a sense here, Jim Ratcliffe, for me, he's going to be fucked later on because at the end of the day, he's going to get found out that he ain't got no money, that he's going to get a debt to kind of build transfers around. And then later on, it's going to run out. The money's going to run out for Jim Ratcliffe. Whereas with Qatar, the money ain't running out. You see it with the Saudi league now. Look what they're doing. And people say that that's going to run out and it's going to be the Chinese league. No. That's there to stay. And Jassim's money would have been here to stay. Listen, Arabs' money, they don't run out. I've never seen the Arab money go broke.
That money only runs out when the resources run out. And bro, the resources ain't running out anytime soon. So man ain't got to worry about it.
It's just growing and growing and growing. And Qatar's the richest country in the world. Like if you actually look at it, it's one of the richest countries in the world. So it can multiply the money. Jim Ratcliffe, it's here for now, but then there's so many facets to it where he's getting the money from. Which Jassim, he's pulling it out of his little wardrobe and saying, right here, here's the money. Whereas my man Jim Ratcliffe is having to go to a bank, loan it, then do this. And it's
and then man's offering little bits and all this, bruv. That's how you know man's, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's over. You know them one. This is what man do when they're desperate. You know that's what man do when they're desperate.
That's
like,
it. That's exactly
a million times. You know them ones. A man know the girl's gonna leave them, and the man, I'm gonna change and that. You know what I mean? The man start doing X. Man start buying flowers. Man start doing foot rubs and all that, bro. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last because as soon as you get comfortable again, you're gonna be back on your bullshit, bro. And that's what's gonna happen with Ratcliffe. If this rare ever gets any control, bro, you're gonna see that this guy ain't got no money, bro. It's gonna be worse than it was before.
Yeah, 100%. And also, like I said to you, you know what I mean? He's allowing the Glazers to stay. You know what I mean? Because that's what will happen. I don't think for me he'll have enough money to buy all of them out because they all want 1 billion each. That's why they kind of look at it in a sense that they all want to come out with right. I've got 1 billion to my name. All 6-7 members of the family they want their cut. So I don't think he'll be able to kind of sustain it anyway. He'll get found out. And this is what I'm saying. Like, but the Glazers have made it because it's a better package for them and it suits them more, which is bullshit, man. When you look at what we need to do with this squad and what we need to build, man. You know what I mean? Like it's jarring, man. You know what I mean? It's hella jarring. But I'm gonna keep the faith. I'm gonna until that Friday deadline comes in and I hear Jim Ratcliffe is the new Man United, whatever. Then bro, man's gonna keep the faith because I tell you what, man. This take it or leave it should have happened at the start, man. This take it or leave it nonsense should have been at the start. Because at the end of the day, like he's put the same amount. He's added more and more and more and more, and they're taking a piss now, bro.
Yeah, but this is exactly what it is, bro. They are taking a piss, and the mad thing is, with the thing when man saying Ratcliffe values the Glazers share at 5 billion, he don't really, bruv. You know what it is? He ain't got more than 5 billion. Period. You know the ones there. So because he ain't got more than 5 billion, he's like, you know what? If I can't get the whole thing for 5 billion, then I'll get some of it for 5 billion.
The guy, he's actually worth 2 billion.
Bro, that's what he's worth. But this is exactly what I'm trying to say. He knows that he can't get more than 5 billion. So he's tried to do the Koi thing by saying, "Oh, but I'll offer you 2 billion for you for 5 billion for your thing." But really, you can't go above that because you're cash strapped. You know, like that, and that's what it is. And the difference is, yeah, my man knows the value of the club. Sheikh, he's offered more than that, but the Glazers know that he can go higher. That's all it is. They know that he can go higher, and they're greedy. So it's either you go higher or fuck the club. We'll stay here. We'll continue to ruin it. We'll take my man's money. And we'll just continue to do the bullshit that we're doing and continue to fleece the club. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy, you know man.
Nothing's going to change. Listen, the same situation that happened last time ain't nothing going to change, man. Like I said, you see what's happening at Nice. You've seen how he's kind of not really done anything over there. You know what I mean? And there's so many situations happening over there. Like, this is just it's too big for him, man. This sort of challenge, man. They say, you ain't on this level, man, bro. Like, you're out of your depth. Like, let's just be real. This ain't you, bro. And if we want to get back to the top, if you want to compete, bro, Jim Ratcliffe ain't it, man. Especially the way he's kind of moving, the way he's trying to, buy the football club and get transfers through a loan and whatnot. 1 second, bro.
You know it is, bro. Yeah, Bob. I big up everyone inside while you're here. Big up the super chats as well. Sir Jim played the game. You have to know how to get around it, even with no money. Your packaging can be top notch. Businessmen are never straight, 100%. And shout out my man here. It's late, but I'm offering my apology to Rants. You was Ollie out right from the start, and I was Ollie in. You've been right about most things. Now your words hold weight with me, bro. I big up as well, my G. And then what's this? Man said who wins Saba versus Premzy. I reckon Saba. I don't know what they're competing at to win, so I can't answer that, my bro. But big up for the super chat. Like I don't really know what's going on, but yeah, the Ratcliffe situation. Don't get twisted, yeah. It's chess, not checkers, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Man, like Gunner in the chat. Come on, bro. It's chess, not checkers, guys. So I'm not really sure. I think that this is his final move, innit? Like, them man don't have money. He knows he doesn't have money, but he also knows the Glazers are greedy. So he's using what he knows, the information that he has about the Glazers, he's using that in his favor because he's got no standards. He's got no morals. He's the guy that's willing to do whatever it takes, innit? Like,
exactly. That's what you know. You're willing to kind of.
That's it. And this is how you know that he's not a Man United fan, because all the spiel, yeah, and the bullshit that he was selling you, man, at the beginning, and then they were doing this thing where they were saying, yeah, he's a Man United fan. If he was a Man United fan, yeah, he knows how much the fans hate the Glazers. So why would you team up with the guys that you're supposed to hate, yeah, if you're supposed to be a Manchester United fan?
Facts.
Why would you believe that he's a Man United fan?
He's already tainted his legacy before it's even started. Like the way people perceive him now, the fact that you're willing to go in bed with people that we hate and we wanted out the football club for 17, 18 years. Why would you go and do that? What sort of nonsense is that? But that just shows you how desperate he's been. He's having to, like, it's almost as if he's had to deal with the enemy just to get through a situation. Like, that's when you know he's a fake brother, innit? You feel me? Like, you have to deal with the enemy. You get me? So you can get your way into somewhere. Like, them sort of people, you got to stay away from, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fake, bro. But that's just the way.
He's showing you who he is, though. So, you know what needs to happen now? What really should have been happening is Man United fans should have been rioting and saying that we don't want him. Because as soon as they found out that he was willing to team up with the Glazers, that's not what we signed up for.
Yep.
We didn't want him to come in. A lot of us didn't want him to come in. Some of them did, based on, he said he's going to bring Manchester back to Manchester. But, bro, you're going to get in bed with the Glazers. Like, make it make sense, bro.
Desperation, man. Desperation, innit? And like I said, this guy's a Chelsea season ticket holder, man. You know what I mean? He ain't no United fan, man. Like, all these guys, yeah, just because he's born in Failsworth, like, that could be your upbringing. That could be just where you lived. And then he's kind of played on that. I said, yeah, I'm a big United fan. I've been a United fan for so many years. Bullshit, man. You ain't no United fan, man. You get me? You're a Chelsea season ticket holder. You wanted to buy the club Chelsea last year. You know, he did the same thing as well what he did at Chelsea. He tried to make it out like he had money. He spoke about his money too early. Then he didn't really have the facilities. And then he made the same statement that he made at Chelsea about how he wanted to put Chelsea back into Chelsea and all that. And he literally just, when you kind of like, he did a little plagiarism and then rehashed everything and then made the same statement about Man United. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't that guy. You ain't that guy, bro. So, bro, you know what it is here? Why I'm frustrated that this guy, if it was another brother and he had money, I would have been like, okay, say no more.
Yeah.
But Qatar'S, you got a guy who's still got money in it. Like, fair enough. But when you know he ain't got the facilities, then, bro, nah, man. I'm not really feeling that. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I know where this football club needs to go, man. I know where we need a lot of investment, man. People don't deep it how big this summer is here and how Ten Hag can't be playing no Mason Mount. We need better than Mason Mount. We need better than what we've got by a tenfold if you want to be at the best, man. Like, I think the gap here is big to Man City. But if you keep going further behind, bro, like teams like Newcastle will start developing teams like they'll start going ahead of you. Chelsea, who now under a new manager have got decent players. They're not far away from what people are saying. I know I give them a lot of banter here, but if they get a couple of players in there, they'll be back. Liverpool are already signing 3 midfielders. That the amount of things that we need to do to get even into where we need to go to, come on, man. This ain't no mess around, man. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Bruv, but this is what I'm saying. And all this, as you mentioned, all of this, as Liverpool are doing what they're doing, all of this is cutting into the time where we should be working on developing the club. And the madness is, the Sheikh said that he's going to develop the club. He's going to put money into the club. Instead, we're going back and forth with this bum Ratcliffe that ain't got no money. Like I say, he's a broke billionaire. This is the same brother that said, that he had a Chelsea season ticket because it was close to him, bro. Manchester's 1 hour away on the plane. Like, you're a billionaire. Like, make it make sense, bro. How expensive is a plane ticket to Manchester if you ain't got a private jet of your own, bro? Man, I'll get a plane ticket to Manchester for like £100.
Yeah, easy.
You're a billionaire.
You're a billionaire,
what are you talking about, big man?
Man's not really. That's what I'm saying to you, bro. I think ultimately the Glazers have got what they wanted in the end. You know what I mean? They've got what makes sense to them. You know what I mean? Instead of taking the money and actually taking a world record fee, they're still valuing what Man United could become. But you ain't ever built it like that. So why are you kind of like, you know what I mean? How are you taking glory for all of what Sir Ferguson did and whatnot? Like we built it ourselves. You're not really elevated this football club. So for you to then say, oh, this is worth this amount, and then you're being so greedy, and that for me is taking a piss. Yes, you could call it business people, but at the end of the day, you've got a world record fee. This ain't no mess around what Chelsea were doing last season. This is a world record fee of nearly $6 billion. Like, what more do you want? Like, bro, like there's being reasonable and they're just taking a piss. And that's what they're doing. They're just taking a piss. It's true though, man. They're just taking a piss.
100%. And that's it. Big up Jerome for the super chat. He said United never has good luck. Ratcliffe's gonna win and we're staying in the mud, bro. Listen, if we go from Glazers out to Glazers and Ratcliffe, blood. Listen, do you know how mad that is? Do you know how muddy that is, Saeed?
That's muddy, man. That's
muddy, bro. Like, I don't think we can escape that as a fan base.
No. That's what I'm saying. This is why it's so big, this situation, to get Qatar'S, you've got a bit of hope in it. Even if you don't think because a lot of people are saying, oh, next season we'll be able to compete. Like, you've got faith that you can bring in quality players. Regardless of the manager, regardless of what's going on, you can bring in quality players. You've got the infrastructure to kind of compete. You've got everything. You know what I mean? The training grounds on point, the youth system, everything is on the way up. You can believe. But when you've got my man whose track record isn't the greatest at Nice, and he hasn't got the money, like, that's where for me the kind of the kind of pessimistic feeling is. It's that's all it is. Like, we know we could have been better with the Qatar'S. We know we could have been better by tenfold. We know there would have been so much hope. But now you've got the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe still at the football club. I just find it jarring, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we can never win, man. It's like we're forever in the mud at the minute. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like it's just never ending, man. The pain's never ending. You know what I mean? Like, Chelsea, every single time. This is why, for me, I always feel like with Chelsea fans, they're always spoiled. Is that whenever they have a problem, they literally fix it in quickly. Like, my man Roman Abramovich left, they got quickly a new owner. They have a sacking, a new manager comes in. Like they never really feel pain. Whereas Man United, it's just constant pain.
It's true. But also, you've got to remember that when Roman left, he put certain things in place to make sure that they would be in good hands, bro. Like our owners don't give a shit about that.
Well, they left us in debt. I mean, at least Roman, I think he wiped out the debt, didn't he? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, he wiped out the debt, and also he made it so the new owner that came in had to invest. They had to pledge to invest a certain amount of money when they came in, bro. So he had the best interest of the club at heart. Our owners have never had that. So like owners, Roman's probably one of the best owners in the history of football, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly for what he did on the football pitch, 100%, man. I think he left him in a good position. He was always ruthless. They majority of the time they were winning. You know what I mean? Whereas this football club it's left us in a serious amount. Even till this summer, because of FFP and because of what's going on, we have to sell a lot of players before we can buy players. And I just read this morning that the budget is around 100, 150 million. That ain't gonna scratch anything. 70 million is going on to Mason.
Yeah, 150 million ain't doing diddly, bro. Like what in this market,
nothing, bro.
Nah, bro. We need 500 bands, blood. That's what we need,
bro. We need a lot of money, man. You got to get players out and that, recuperate that money, but also buy quality, man. Not on this Mason Mount bullshit, man. Sending 70 million. See these Chelsea fans, man. They're pissing me off, man. About give us our money, you know. I'm being serious, you know. They're pissing me off, you know. This Chelsea fan, give me my money, you know. Because
it's a horrible place to be in. It's a horrible place to be in, bro.
Fucking hell. We need at least 5 to 7 starters in this team. I'll be serious, man.
You're right. If we're gonna win the league, we do need that. You're right.
You need 5, bro. When I looked at it on Sunday, when you look at the actual squad, you know what I mean. The fact that Man City at their kind of they didn't even play well, we couldn't lay a glove on them. For me, that just shows you like what you need to know in it. Like midfield wise, we were very, very passive. Up front, dead. Like you know what I mean, absolutely nothing up front. The bench was absolutely horrid. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it's what you need in this team is a lot, man. Even if we had Anthony and Martial on the bench, it still isn't enough for what they're doing.
It would have given a different look, but it wouldn't have made any difference.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying to you? So I feel like this squad needs a lot, man. It needs surgery, man. Ralph Rangnick said it, man. Open heart surgery. He wouldn't have said them kind of words, you know. Like you got to deep it. Like when you actually deep it. Why did he choose open heart surgery? Like he could have used, you know, we need a new,
bro. You know? He knew exactly how bad it was. Like, and he didn't understate it, and that's why a man will always respect what Ralph done at this club because he exposed the players that needed to be exposed. He did it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the reason why he was playing Alanga. That's the reason why he was doing these things. He was exposing what was going on. He was letting man know that these man ain't it. They're not it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I respected that about him. I respected it about him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have to, like, when it's all said and done, like, he was a pivotal moment in a lot of fans actually waking up now. At the time, they didn't see it, but now he's gone. Everything that he said, people are now saying, oh, yeah, we need 7, 8, 9 players. That's what he said.
But at the start, they were like, oh, but you couldn't improve the players that we had. No, it wasn't about that. It's because they weren't good enough. How about that?
Yeah, they weren't good enough, and they had absolutely no willingness to learn. And none.
None at all. If you couldn't do simple gegenpressing, and you couldn't do that over a sustained period of time, like what hope have you got? Like these are simple, you know what I mean? It's a simple philosophy of a manager to press high up the pitch. It's not as if you have to be competent on the ball. He just wants you to win the ball high up the pitch.
Yeah, you don't have to be a good footballer to press high up the pitch, man. It's just this discipline and fitness. That's all it is.
That's it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's when he knew. He was like, yo, listen, it can happen in 1 or 2 seasons, but you've got to do it properly. You've got to do it properly, he said. You've got to make sure that when you rip out this squad, you're bringing quality that counts. And I just look at this team right now. It don't have quality, man. It has a bit of flair. It has a bit of, you know what I mean? It might give you a lot of something here and there, but in terms of like guaranteed quality, you know, Gundogan, guaranteed quality. Bernardo, guaranteed quality. Grealish, guaranteed quality. Like I can just name you every single part of their team. It's guaranteed quality. In our team, it's 50-50 1 week. It's 1 week, it's good. It's not consistent, man. And to build a team, I can't be having players that only turn up for a quarter of the season or a third of the season. You can't. You've got to be you. And then obviously the people that are on the bench, if they're not doing anything, so it adds to the issues, man. Like, you haven't got enough players who are just consistent in our team, man. And that's just the bottom line. Only Casemiro and I would say Varane and Lisandro Martinez, you would say they're always consistent in the United team.
This is what I said. Those are the only 3 players, that I'll defend to the graves. Everyone else can get some sort of smoke from me because they don't deserve protection because they haven't shown enough. You know what I mean? They haven't shown enough, and this is exactly it. Remember when Ralph was here and he wanted to do double sessions? The man was saying they don't want to train after when it gets dark, and bruv, what? Do you know what I mean, bro? Van Gaal had them man sleeping at Carrington, bro. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Bro, he wasn't playing. He had man sleeping,
playing, man.
Like, that's what we need to bring back. That's what we need to bring back. Like, that mentality. Man are sleeping at work, G.
Listen, man, I don't know. I think Ten Hag's got that kind of that side to him because obviously he did it against Brentford, didn't it? But even when it's at its highest point, I think you still got to have that mentality of, you know what, you might have got to work in it. I think sometimes, you know what I mean, these players, they can bluff in it, man. They're good at bluffing, you know, because they've been under so many managers. You got to remember, like when a new manager comes in, it's almost as if they're like, you know, first day at work and that, let's be ready for this new boss. But when they know, like, yo, like, I've settled in now, I've made a little impression, that's all I need to do now. That's what these players do, you know. When they make a little impression, it's like, yeah, feet up, I've done my job now. But under Guardiola, you can see, like, them man don't play every single game. Like, there's a period where you'll see Mahrez in the team for like 4 or 5 games, then he's out of the team, and he's thinking, hold on a minute, how's that happened? Bernardo Silva's showing him up. That level of competition where you don't know who's playing, that's what you need, man. That's what you need. Until you don't have that culture, until you have that mentality in the squad, ain't nothing gonna work, man. Everything's just a given for this team, man. You know what I mean? Everything's 100%. A given, man.
100%. Shout out AJ for the super chat, bro. Like, the Sheikh's not gonna do what Ratcliffe does for the simple fact that he wants to own the club. Like, Ratcliffe won't own the club in its entirety. You've got to understand, the pride of the man as well. Do you understand? Like, bruv, these guys are royalty, bro. They're not sharing the club with these peasant glazers, bro. Like, they're not doing it. Like, you got to understand, this is brazy. Like this is brazy. Like, he's not. Why would he do that? Do you know what I mean? Why would you share something that you can own outright, bro? And you know that you can afford it. Like, that doesn't make no sense. Like the analogy I gave of the car, bro. If I know the car is worth 25 grand, you're selling it for 30 grand, and I say, cool, I'll give you 35. I want the car, bro. Man's not gonna share the whip with you when I can afford to buy it outright, bro. Why am I sharing a car, bro? I don't know
you. Said, yo, let me borrow it on the weekend.
I lie, like, man will just rent it off you on the street, bro. I don't know you, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna share the car with you. When I can afford to buy it outright, I could buy a brand new one right now. I can go somewhere else and buy a brand new one.
Like, exactly.
That doesn't make no sense.
Like, having
not a single club in this whole planet that he can't go and buy. He can go buy PSG from his brethren. He could go buy Munich. He can buy all of these things. He can buy every club. So why am I gonna share with you?
Yeah. You know, it is, and like I said, bro, it's one of them where obviously Jim Ratcliffe has got the facilities, and he's bluffing to everyone in it, but he'll get found out, man. Like them kind of brothers, they get found out, man. You know what I'm saying to you? And when you look at the amount of investment that's needed, like to borrow money and then to kind of be in debt, like he ain't gonna, like he said, one of his plans was with the debt, I'm gonna get another debt to kind of cover that debt.
That's exactly what he said. He said that, but I'm not gonna put the debt on the club. Instead, I'm gonna put the debt on my assets, so the club's debt free. But it's not, because you're gonna use all the profit from there to pay the debt off. So it works the same way. These men think I'm stupid. They think we're all stupid. You know, like that. So what? This guy's trying to tell me, this is what he's gonna tell us that he's gonna do. Yeah, he's saying that I'm gonna buy the club, but instead of putting the club up as collateral or whatever, I'm gonna put that on my own business. But when the club makes a profit, are you telling me that you're not gonna take money from that profit to pay off the debt that you've already financed? Of course he is. What's he gonna do? What, use the club's profit, to just put it back into the club, and he's not going to pay the Glazers dividends, and he's not going to refinance and put the money over. He's not going to keep the money in the club. It's still coming out the club. It's no different to what the Glazers are doing. It's no different, bro.
No different.
I mean,
it's just another name. It's just another name. The fans are going to be like. But if the fans are that stupid, and they believe this bullshit, then we deserve what we get in it. Like, that's just the bottom line, in it. Like, I'll be serious. If the fans play into it and say, "Oh, we're in support of Jim Ratcliffe," while the Glazers are still there, then you lot are muppets, in it. Like, let's be honest. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. And like man said, this is 20 years of fighting for 7th and 6th and debt, versus decades of trophies and success, bro. That's exactly what it is,
bro. It's mad, Big up stuff,
bro. Everything can be so different, Everything can be so different. Like Sheikh Jassim is talking about, he just wants to be in charge ASAP so he can give the manager some bread.
I don't know, man. That's what I said, man. I don't know if we're cursed or not, man. Someone just put something on us, man, that we're not going to compete anymore. We're not going to succeed. Like,
it's not that we're cursed. We allowed the devils to take over. Like, these men are demons, bro. Look at these inbred Glazers, bro. Look at them, really. When you look at them, these men look like sea creatures, bruv. Like, look at them. Like that.
I took a picture with a Liverpool guy, Liverpool fan, like, he didn't know what's going on. Like, he said, "Yeah, man, let's take a picture, man."
He's an idiot, bro.
He looks like the guy from, what was that Will Smith movie, man? Men in Black and that.
That's what I'm trying to say. These men don't look like normal fucking human beings, bro. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Them men are from somewhere else.
I'm telling you, man. Men in Black, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. But again, like I said, man, it's it is, bro. Like, when you look at it in totality, things could have been so much different, man. Like, and you know what? How long it's took long as well. You know how it pisses me off even more. Had this happened straight away and it was a quick death, one of them was like,
I
would have been like, okay, say no more.
Because they longed it all out.
Like, bro, they longed it out from November. When Ronaldo situation happened, they decided to pounce on it, and the PR side of it, they said, you know what, we're gonna make Ronaldo look bad, and we're gonna make it look like, oh, we've got everything under control. We're selling the football club. Then all of a sudden, how many months has it been? 4 or 5 months of this bullshit, week in, week out, recycling news. One more bid, this bid, that bid. Come on, man.
You know what? I think they're hoping. I think they're hoping that Sheikh Jassim, his pride won't let him walk away, and he just pays the money. You know them.
That's why I'm a bit confident.
I think that's what they. I think he's just gonna say, "Yo, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. You know them ones there, man. Have to just close your eyes, blood, and throw the bag, bro."
No, but he's thrown the brag now. That's it. Now he's not making no more bid. That was the last bid.
No, but you say that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I've been in situations, bruv. You know them ones that you go on a date with a girl. You know what I'm saying? Nice girl, whatever. You go out and you're chilling. You know them ones. And then when she starts ordering, you're thinking, you know there was there. It's like, I got the money, but I don't want to spend that. Do you know what I mean? But you know, like that. But then after a couple drinks, it's like, you know what, order what you want, babes. You know, like that. Because it's like, bro, once you order the first bottle of wine, it's like, you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? Like, expensive is expensive after a certain bit. You know them there? Like, bro, after you spend 100, then it's 200. But it might as well be 300. What's the difference between 200 and 300? I don't want to spend either. You know? So it's like, you've already spent the money. So it's like, you know what? Let me just enjoy my night. Like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? After the second bottle of wine gets ordered, you're like, you know what? You know what I mean? That's the kind of mood she's in today. I have to firm it. Do you know what I mean? And Sheikh Jassim's just going to have to firm that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I wish.
It's just what it is.
But you know what it is, though? I feel like with him, he's kind of been like, yo, you, man, like, crack on in it. Like, take this bid and see you later in it. Like, you know what? You, man, I took the piss. Sometimes, though, when someone takes a piss, it changes your energy in it. Whereas with your gal,
100%.
You know what I mean? At least with your gal, you like her in it. You know what I mean? You're feeling her. There's something there in it. Like, there's a little bit, you know.
No, but also with Sheikh Jassim, he wants Man United, but he's probably thinking, yo, these men are disrespecting me, bro. Do you know what I mean? And these are. Yeah, I mean,
the root is integrity, man.
But this is what I'm saying. These are devout Muslim brothers, and also, they're proud men as well. And it's like, you're taking the piss out of me in front of the whole world, bro. Like,
the whole world.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why when man's saying, yo, this is the final bid, he's just like, bro, you man are taking the piss out of me in front of the whole world, you know? Like, this is more than just a negotiation for a football team.
I can't lie to you, man. I feel like for me, he might say, yo, listen, Tottenham, what you saying? You want to sell the club right now? Like, he might go to another club, you know? I'll be real with you, man. Like, he might say, you know what, F you lot, I'm going to go to another club, and buy them in the Premier League or whoever it is, and turn them into a bigger club than you lot. Like, I'm worried now. If he don't get this year, he might go to another football club and say, I want to buy you lot.
Just on a spite thing. That's what you go. You go and get a better looking girl, blood. Like, that's what you do.
That's what you
do. That's, bruv, success is the best revenge, bro. That's what they say. You know the ones there. Like, this is what happens. Girl mess you about, you go get a nicer one, and then you post the pic on Insta. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You know the ones there, and that's exactly what he might do. And if he did it, I couldn't even disagree with it, bro, because it's a disrespect.
Bro, and like I said to you, Daniel Levy, like, he's on a very, very like tricky situation. He might say, you know what? Him and Enoch might say, you know what, man? We've built the stadium. We could partially own the stadium, but then he could deal with all of the football side of it. And I think the owners there, they wouldn't mind that because it's new owners. It's not like it's the Glazers they're not being successful, so they can't really kind of look at the Enoch and Levy like that. But if they say, right, it's Qatar owners here and they're taking over the football side of it, they'll be okay with that. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, they'll be okay with that. So, bro, I can't lie to you, man. I think for me, it could turn out to be ugly for United soon, man. Because, bro, these guys, you know how much they're worth? Like, we have to put it up, you know, guys. You have to fact, bro, they're worth, I think, 300 something billion, bro.
Yeah, but no. That's what they're worth, that can be quantified. They're worth way more than that. You know what I mean? That's how much they're worth that can be quantified. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, when you own oil and you own land and all these things, depending on, bruv, your worth can fluctuate overnight. Your net worth can be 10% more, you know, like that, just because something happened, you know, like that. Like, these brothers, like, boy, if oil prices go up tomorrow, all of a sudden, it's a different ball game.
But that's what he's got. But whereas this guy here has got some fucking, I don't even know what Ineos is, man. I couldn't tell you what Ineos is.
Like some, I think it's something to do with like waste or some shit, like some.
Bro, man, that's waste, isn't it?
Some mad thing, bro.
Mate.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't remember because one of their things, remember, blew up the other day, blood.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, so
I thought there was a war going on.
It's brazy, you know, like that. Like, this is what it is, bro. Like, big up Red Dev. He's saying it's reminding me of missing out on Ronaldinho waiting all summer just to be disappointed. My heart can't take it again. If you get that old rat, I'm done. Nah, that was a heartbreak for me, blood. That's my favorite player in the world. You know what I mean? Tap dancing for my club, and then literally right at the end, blood, man got the helicopter to Barcelona, bro, and that was the end of it. So, no.
Yo,
I hear that, bro. Man. Like, it's not looking good, man. Saying I predict FSG won't refuse 5 billion if the Qataris want to take Liverpool. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't refuse that.
They wouldn't refuse that. Are you mad? They would never refuse that.
Nah, bro. Like, hopefully, bro, if they ever did that, bro, like, it might be real tears, you know. Real tears in my eyes, blood, if they went to Liverpool, blood. That might break me.
I
mean, Liverpool, hey, bro, imagine.
But the only thing is, he said he's a big United fan, but money's money, though, innit? He'll be like, yo, listen, F you lot, like, you know, just to kind of put one in there, yeah? I'm just going to... But then it wouldn't make sense for Liverpool fans. I don't know if Liverpool fans would take it, but then again, money
they'll take anything, bruv. They're scousers, you know? They'll take anything. You know, like when man talk about they wouldn't take it. You know what I mean? They wouldn't mind, bruv. You know,
money changes everything. If someone offers you money and it changes the whole complexity of your football club,
got Henderson, Fabinho, and all these men in their team, blood, and Harvey Elliott, like, a man can be going in for Neymar's and that, bruv. They're taking it.
Yeah,
you know, like, they're taking it, bruv. Do you know what I mean? They ain't too proud. That's one thing about them, man. They're shameless. They're taking it.
They're 100%, man. Because if you look at Liverpool, it's one of the, like, in terms of poverty and whatnot, like the areas around Liverpool, it's very, very, you know what I mean? It's not the most glamorous, in it. You know what I mean? Liverpool.
Yo, we're gonna do up the ends. You know them ones.
Bro, imagine that. Do up the ends.
Hakkasan in Liverpool and that, yeah.
Exactly.
You know, like that. It's a mad thing. You know them ones.
I think for me,
but still, you know, that it is what it is. Lads.
Yeah. 100%.
Nah, it's brazy. It's brazy if that ever happened, bruv. Hey, be out in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You wasters, blood. Man, I got like 2.2K in here, blood. Have I got 1,000 likes though? Because if
we should be on 1,000 likes, man. That's criminal.
Yeah, bro, I don't even know. Criminal. I don't even know how many likes we got.
You have to demand it. This ain't no Twitch, you know.
I know, bro. Listen, bro, I'm getting used to it. You know.
Nah. They don't. No, used to it. You need to demand that 1K likes.
That's why you're there, bruv.
Get
the likes. You know what I mean?
Get the likes, people, man. Like the video, man.
You man are taking the piss. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? I need them 1,000 likes, bruv. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Go to Tottenham, the top Spurs, brother.
Get him out as well, man. Get Maguire
Harry
out, man.
Maguire signs for Tottenham. My brother is on toast,
bro. I see this video yesterday, you know.
Bro.
I couldn't stop laughing, man.
Bro.
Him and Romero at the back, yo. Oh my
bro. Do you know how mad that is? Romero and Maguire, bro. That is an accident waiting to happen, bro. That's a car crash.
Bro. It's calamity, man. And that's what he's gonna that's what but again, like I said, we need to offload all of these, man. Like even Donny yesterday was leaving. All of these guys, listen, if you ain't here, see you later, mate. You know what I mean? We want starters, man. We want players here that are on the bench that can be viewed as starters, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? Players that can come off the bench and you know what's going on. Lisandro's out, say no more. I got you, man.
100%.
You know what I'm saying to you, bro?
You're right, bro.
Like, 100%. Get him gone, man. Get him gone. You know what I mean? It's been a cut. But the thing is, he's on a 3-year contract now, you know? So he's got I think 2 years left on his contract. 2-3 years. It's a mad thing, man. But for me, if we can get some players.
How long was Maguire's contract when we signed it? It was like 6 years, wasn't it?
6 years with the option.
He's done what? And he's done 3 in it, so he's got 3 more.
He's done 3, yeah. So he could do, yeah. So he's got 3 more. So, bro, listen, man. I think the football club. I think now because of what I heard, it's like both now have agreed to kind of move on. It's just working the price, isn't it? Like that's all it is. It's working about the price.
That's one thing, even for me, you have to respect that. One thing our manager's done well is he identified immediately that Harry Maguire is trash. But that's why I'm kind of concerned that he never identified that about the goalkeeper as well, because Harry Maguire doesn't suit the way that the manager wants to play, and neither does the goalkeeper. So the new contract for De Gea thing, it seems a bit too sentimental for me. It's almost like, you know what, you're a senior player, you've done that. Like, nah, get rid.
You need to move on. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather move him on, man. You know what I mean? Like, just for the benefit of them, because he's getting toxic right now, innit? Like, he's done a lot for the football club. Like, leave on a high, innit? You won a trophy, got top 3. Like, go to Saudi, innit? Like, Saudi's got money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Harry Maguire, they want marketable players. Like, in goal.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the keeper, not the keeper. The keeper. The Hague can still play in the Qatar league. You know what I'm saying? But
bro, ain't Kante, like, didn't they give him like $1 million a week or something?
Bro, Kante. You know what? If there's
he went there on a free.
Bro, Kante, that money, 100 million euros.
Bro, do you know the amount of Mini Coopers he can buy with that? You know, like, brother. You know,
they ain't no Mini Coopers now, man. They're Ferrari living. They're Lamborghini living. He ain't gonna buy a Lamborghini though.
He's not. You know that
he's gonna invest it back home, man. Like, fair play to him. He's gonna invest. I'd give you any money, yeah. He probably creates a whole football team back home. He creates his own football team in France. Like, I'm telling you now, I think he's got a vision to kind of go somewhere where he buys a football team or something like that. Because that's what he can do. He literally can now start saving for the next 4 or 5 years here and have $1 billion. You know what I mean? Plus sponsorship deals, plus everything else that he's getting there. Bro, he can actually save up to buy a football club, which is mad.
Bro, the money that they're offering, it's crazy, innit? But it's one of them ones where, if you think that a lot of these footballers, they spend money like almost like they're gonna be rich forever, you know them ones. So if you're a footballer and you didn't make smart investments, and you get the opportunity to go Saudi, and you know you can set yourself up for life and your kids, bro, you just do it, innit, bro? Like, the money's obscene, bro. I seen a video, Karim Benzema is gonna make more than a whole NFL roster.
Oh, roster. So I don't know how much they're making NFL.
Bro, there's a salary cap. So all teams have a salary cap. I think I seen it. There was a salary cap of $272 million or something for the whole team, blood. And Karim Benzema's gonna make that for himself.
Wow.
You know, like that, bro. The thing's different, blood. Like,
he'll play at least till he's 40. He could easily play Saudi League till he's 40. Easy.
Bro, easy.
That's 4 or 5 years of just playing football, bro. And you know what it is, like, people are on about like Saudi's the new China league, bro. Saudi is Saudi.
It ain't, bruv.
Saudi is Saudi, bro. Like, I'm telling you now, people, that ain't gonna. And I generally think, for me, what they'll do is they're starting with the older players now, but then what will happen then is it will get better and better till you see actually people in their prime going there. I'm not, because the money's that big, man. Like the money's that big. Okay, people say, oh, Champions League football, you know what I mean? They want to play in La Liga. Bro, if you're making that money, come on, man. That's something that you can, like money is something that on that level, we're talking about that level. We're not talking about 200-300 grand a week here in terms of the Premier League. Like, we're not talking about that. That you can say, you know what, fair enough. I'm not ready to have to move to a whole new country to have 200-300 grand a week. That's I'm cool with me. But when you talk about this kind of amount, what's Kante getting $1 million a week? He said, that's, you know what I mean? That's mad. That's mad.
Man is saying, yeah, no one's gonna watch the Saudi league. I am, you know, like that.
No, Saudi, you know, if they want,
I'm being real, bro.
I'm willing to fly out, man.
Bruv, them man can fly me out there. I'll go.
I'll go. Saudi, you watching right now?
Man are gonna be watching Benzema and Kante in the same team. Like Aubameyang's gonna go over there. Alexis is going over there. Modric is going. I'm watching that. That's almost gonna be like the new kind of like MLS / like retirement superstar league, bruv. I'm watching that.
And then obviously Rants can watch Ronaldo. Rants can watch Ronaldo.
I'm not watching that unless he's playing against Benzema and Kante. I'll watch that and I hope that they lose. You know, like that, bro. Listen, that league, I'm gonna be watching it, bro. Like they've offered something as well, bro. That's gonna be like the new retirement home super league, bro. That's what that's gonna be, and I'll watch that. 100% I'll watch that, bro. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Because you got to think about tourism. The Saudis want the Formula One. They're doing the boxing. Do you know what I mean? And when you're over there, you can go to.
You haven't talked about that, you know. They've got boxing. They're gonna have soon the Formula One. They've got their football now, bro.
They got the golf. They've got this golf thing as well, and then there's Formula E as well. The electric racing cars as well. They're gonna want to do that, bro. These guys, when it comes to sports, these guys are taking over, blood.
They're taking over, man. And you know what it is? It's all about investment in it. And they talked about bringing I don't know if you've seen it, but they're putting in a lot of money into bringing South American footballers to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you've seen that as well. Like, you know, you know. Now, I think for me, you know what? Fair play to them, man. They're putting the money in. Like, the Premier League would never do that. They never put money into grassroots football and all that. Like, they won't. Like, you've seen it in you've been in that kind of level and whatnot. And you've seen how it's like. The FA won't do that, but these guys have got the money.
Yeah, the FA ain't putting no money into the infrastructure, but they will.
Yep, exactly. They will. So I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think for me, you'll start to see the players that are on the periphery of 28, 29 next. Now it's 30 plus, but you'll start to see the guys on the periphery of 28, 29 going there, and then it'll becoming better and better.
100%, 100%. That's what they do. But this is what this is kind of what CR7 was alluding to. He was probably told by these guys that, yo, we're speaking to this person, and they tried to do this with the MLS, remember, before, and they tried to do it with China as well, because the MLS had Pirlo. Who else ended up going over there? Obviously Zlatan went and came back, but they had Beckham,
Gerrard,
bro, Rooney.
Who did they have
went over there as well? You're right, like loads of people MLS. Now they're gonna go there. Henry went there as well. Bale's been there, bro. Lamps went there. That's not a bad shout, guys.
Yeah, but London Donovan was always there, man. You know what I mean? So
that's
they bought WWE as well. Yeah, you're right, Staffy. WWE's in Saudi Arabia as well coming. You know what I mean? So
crazy.
You know it is. I feel like for me, and Messi now. I don't know if you've seen the news, but Messi's going to Inter Miami, man. I think he's made the wrong move there, man. But again, I feel like he's just kind of he don't want that battle with Ronaldo anymore. He's kind of just
he just wants somewhere nice to live, like nice hot weather. Because remember, Barcelona's got decent weather all year round. So if you go Miami, you're living in Miami, bro. You're gonna have a nice big house, great Caribbean like tropical climate and that. Like it's lit, bro.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? That's what he's thinking about now, man. His feet are up, bro. The guy won the World Cup. He retired as soon as that final whistle went.
Yeah, that's true, you know. He retired as soon as that final whistle went. You know, listen, man, I'm getting that money, man. You know what he is, sometimes, like, I feel like for him, he built Barcelona's brand.
Also, like, bro, look at that right there. Remember the MLS is sponsored by Adidas, isn't it? And he's an Adidas athlete. So they probably, it looks like they've offered him shares.
Oh shit!
Jesus,
this is what I'm saying, man.
So that means that's probably working out more than
what can Barcelona offer, man? He offering nothing. You can love them, but doesn't mean you want them in it. Like you can say, "Yo, look, I love you from a distance." Like Barcelona right now don't have the facility. It's true, though, man. Like you can say, "Yo, I want to be there for you," but you know what, man? You ain't got the facilities for me, man. Like, I'm your biggest brand. I'm literally Mr. Barcelona. Like, let's be real. No disrespect to what you call it, Barcelona, yeah. But he's creating half of the revenue. When they left there, half of the stadium was empty. If you look at all their revenue, they weren't making that much money in terms of revenue.
And also TV money, they get less because Messi's not there.
Well, there you go.
That the league, like they're gonna offer you less money, bro. TV rights, no Messi, no Ronaldo. Who's watching El Clasico now? Numbers are dropping.
Bro, El Clasico. Come on, man. Don't joke with that one. El
Clasico.
Who watches El Clasico in 2020? Bro, I watched it last time. It was dead.
Yeah.
But that's why it needs Mbappe to go there. But Mbappe, come to, like, bro, this is what I'm saying. The Qatar'S would have been good because they would have been able to have got Mbappe. You know what I mean? Found a way of getting Mbappe. But now Mbappe will be the main man at PSG. So he's kind of cool over there. He's getting his money. He's a main man.
And they're going to bring in Nagelsmann as well. So it might be a little project thing over there potentially.
Yeah, potentially, man. So, and apparently they're buying French players now instead of buying all these little, you know, the imports from different parts.
Washed up imports. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's not making sense. Yeah, the maths.
So he's gonna be part of that. So I don't know, man. I just think for me, like, it's football's evolving now, man. Like Saudi have thought, you know what, we can actually come in now and make a statement in it. And I think it's a statement where they're gonna actually cause a bit of friction now. And then all of a sudden, the Spanish league will start crying again. And all these leagues around Europe will start crying again. All because they haven't made their league as competitive as it could be. Don't cry at other leagues for not making it competitive when your league has single-handedly helped Real Madrid and Barcelona every single year.
Yeah, 100%. The way they've been set up, is the reason why they're struggling right now. This is just the long-term results of being poorly run and cutting corners. Do you know what I mean? That's all.
There you go.
That's all it is. So they can't really be too upset with what's going on. It was inevitable this was going to happen. Big up everyone inside. Obviously, Saeed, bruv, Jude Bellingham, bruv. Like they're saying that it's done now.
Done. 100 million euros. Obviously they got add-ons and all that, but 100 million euros. I think for me, I think that's not a bad deal when you look at it in terms of what I thought it would be. I thought it would be about 150 million altogether, etc. So I think for me, that's the right move. I think he'll fit well over there. He still can go there and still come back to the Premier League. He could still be there for 5 years and come back to the Premier League around 26 and be at the peak of his powers.
Even if he goes there for 5 years and it doesn't work out, he can still come back to the Prem. You know, like that.
Exactly.
He's going to be an England international. Now he's at Real Madrid. That's going to cement his place in the England squad even further. So even if he goes out to Real Madrid and he doesn't set the world alight, he can still come back to the Premier for big money. And still have another shot at it. Like it's the biggest, it's the biggest like risk-free move, that I've ever seen for a player of his age, because he can't lose in this situation. If he goes there and flops, he'll get a big move back to England. You know what I mean? And make the same money, if not more. Or he goes there and he does well, stays there for as long as he wants, and he gets the big move back to England anyway. Like the guy can't lose. There's no way that this doesn't work out for Jude Bellingham. Either way, even if he doesn't play well, it still works out for him.
Yep, facts. You know what I mean? So I think for me, this is a very, very good move in terms of for him, man. So I'm kind of glad for him. I think it's a decent move. Obviously, Real Madrid now have strengthened their area now. You know what I mean, in terms of their midfield and whatnot, because Modric and Kroos are getting on now. They've got a box to box. They've got a bit of energy in midfield now. You know
and they're replacing them before the wheels have fallen off them.
Before the wheels are falling off. Again, thinking about the first move. That's what Real Madrid do. And I think for me, I think they'll get Harry Kane, you know. I can't lie to you, man.
Now they've got Jude, they've got a better chance now.
They've got a better chance. And apparently they put opening bid in yesterday, 80 million euros. So that'll be the start.
Did they actually put a bid in for Harry Kane?
Apparently, that's what they're saying. Yeah, I read it on Madrid Zone yesterday, that they put in the
opening Harry bid. Kane, they're winning the league, innit? Like, it doesn't matter what Barca do. Harry Kane and, bruv, what? Harry Kane?
Yeah.
And Vinicius. And Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Nah,
bro. Behind.
And
deadly, man.
As well. Oh, Jesus.
Man. There's some saying to you, bro. And we're gonna miss out. I think this is a travesty, you know, when you look at how United have had.
We waited so long for Harry Kane, and then what? He's gonna end up going Real Madrid anyway. We're scrubs if that happens. I can't lie, bro.
But again, it just shows you how slow we are, innit? Like, had we sorted out this ownership situation,
we should have wrapped that. We should have wrapped that already.
Yeah, we should have wrapped that already. That's the sort of move that you make like a pre-agreement. before the season's finishing, you're right. Say, yo, Hurricane, you know where you're coming, innit? You're coming United. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think the manager is looking elsewhere, man. I don't know, man. I just think I don't know what the football club is looking at, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You're looking at Hoyland, but Hoyland is not gonna guarantee you goals. Like Hoyland is something for the future, innit? Like you get me?
That's it. You bring in Hoyland and then you buy Kane anyway.
There you go. You buy two of them. You say, okay, one's for the future and one's for now in the next 2 or 3 years. Simple as that. That's what you go and do. And then you get Kolo Muani, who again is you know what I mean? It's hit and miss with the German league, man. You feel me? Like I don't know, man. It's not prolific in the German league. It's got 15 goals in a German league that for me should suit him better in terms of the high line. So he's not a prolific goal scorer there. So
he's not.
I think we missed the trick, man. I think the way you're gonna kind of stop and get back to the top there, you need a prolific goal scorer. You need someone who just is gonna be good. Like, and you know, it's guaranteed quality. Because that's like I keep mentioning it. Man United need guaranteed quality now. We don't need potential. We need guaranteed quality.
Bruv,
Caicedo,
couldn't
guaranteed.
agree more. Couldn't
you know
agree
what I mean?
more. All right, big up you lot for the super chats coming in. Hey, listen, have we hit 1,000 likes yet? We got 2.3k in there. You're taking the mick if we haven't.
Yeah, they just should be on it, man.
The man said, how much will you sell your team if the Saudis came in? Two things. Two things, yeah. Two things. Firstly, if I would sell it, I would never tell you the amount because then they would know how much I would accept. And obviously I want more than that. You know what I mean? And two, nah, bro. I'm gonna own this forever, blood. You get me? Like that's what it is, man. If you don't own something, then you
ownership is key, man.
Can't pass it down to your kids, blood, if you don't own it. You know them ones. So it is what it is. They want to buy a stake, that's different. You know, like that. You can have a stake, but I'm still gonna be the majority shareholder when I'm dead, bro. So no one's getting this.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fact. You make the decisions as well. You know, the Saudis, the one that went to go to Newcastle, they apparently the Glazers refused their offer of 3 billion. 3 billion at the time, and then he said, "You know what? You can buy it, but you can be a minority stakeholder. You don't have no decisions."
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I'll always be majority stakeholder, regardless. You know, like that. It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do what I do, whether it's this or owning my club and that, because I like people telling me what to do. I don't. You know, like that, which is why, like, I will always be like the architect of my own destiny, bro. And this is why I never signed.
But you can't. Then you don't disappoint yourself. You can only disappoint yourself.
But there you go. But this is why I never renewed my contract, bro. Like I done my 2 years over there. Do you know what I mean? They treated me well. Like, do you know what I mean? I done well from it. Do you know what I mean? But now I do what I want when I want. I don't have no numbers that I need to hit. I have no nothing. Like I just do my own thing. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I like to live. So it's one of them ones where as long as I'm in 100% control of all the decisions and I don't have to answer to no one, this is how I like to live my life, innit? It's not for everyone. It comes with risks. It comes with different things, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
No risk, no reward, man. I always say that in life, man.
100%. That's what it is. So big up Nedu. He said, I wonder how Ten Hag can identify Maguire's trash, but wants to keep the hair on his link to Mount. Make it make sense. Bro, it doesn't make sense. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't not like Harry Maguire, but then like Mason Mount, but then like David De Gea. It's like, I don't understand what the manager likes right now. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro.
I know. You remember when we had that mad argument, yeah? And then later on, yeah, Mason Mount, the links and the rumors were
Remember,
so
I told you we're not playing no possession
football,
Saeed, bro. We're playing the PMP ball, blood, cardio cousins and that.
Sure. We don't know it. That's why I'm giving him. That's why for me, I'm giving a bit of a time. I'm watching closely. I don't know if you see my match reaction. I said I'm watching Ten Hag closely. If by the end of it you can come out with the t-shirts and say I told, man. But for now, give it time. Give it time to manifest. You know what I'm saying?
I think the manifestations are manifesting, bruv. You know, like that, because I'm seeing Mount and Rabiot links and fucking Goretzka. Scrubby ballers.
Bro. Listen, and apparently we're still unsure about signing Sabitzer, you know? Like Sabitzer might be still signing, you know? It's all about the manager, what he wants. Bro. And they'll take the easy option in terms of a 20 million for Sabitzer. Bro.
I just don't know.
You know where that Conrad Lima, yeah? He signed for free. I think was his contract, did it run out at Bayern? And he signed there for free, man.
I think possibly.
Again, like I said, that's the sort of player that United should have been getting. Confident on the ball. He's a very, very technical 8. You know what I mean? And he could do better than Mount. He's the sort of player that you would go and get instead of Mount. But again, we were too slow. Yeah, ran out. Leipzig. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Conrad Limer's the guy, man.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad signing, but that would have been more of a Ralph Rangnick signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Ralph would have definitely got him, like that. So the weird thing is with Ralph, that's what I always wanted to see Ralph work with this manager. Like, and I was surprised that
Myrtle didn't allow it to happen, though. Myrtle didn't allow it to happen.
I know when people say like too many cooks and stuff like that, but bro, like I feel like they would have complemented each other. Do you know what I mean?
Know.
But then I guess that would have kind of, that would have kind of made my man obsolete his role, innit? I guess.
No, but the thing is, though, had the football club had a director of football and not given him a consultancy role, and giving him what he wanted, he would have been set in stone. Ten Hag would not have had anything to say. You can't come into a football club and be like, if someone's already got a job, it's like John Myrtle. He can't say to John Myrtle, you got to leave the football club. If you've got a role here and you had that role, Ten Hag would not have said anything. But what happened was John Myrtle and him fell out, and they must have had some sort of disagreement. And he said, right, I'm leaving then, or whoever's leaving is leaving. So it's one of them, man. I don't think Ten Hag would have said no to a guy who would have elevated his job and made it easier, his job, and a footballing man. I don't think for me. That's why I'm interested to hear what Ralph's got to say. I reckon he's going to say something this year. Maybe like when
he needs to drop a book or something, because you know what it is, yeah? It's like when you look at the kind of players that Ralph liked, all of them would have suited Ten Hag. All of them, because I thought Ten Hag was going to be more possession-based, but actually he's playing more pressing vertical football, which is similar to what Ralph was doing. So players like Alvarez that Ralph wanted, players like Caicedo, players like Corralema and all these guys. Bro, he wanted these players, bro. And these would have all suited the current manager. So why why did they not work together, bro? Unless them two together means that John Myrtle don't need to be there. You know, like that.
Well, there you go. Because obviously John Myrtle was scared of his job. He was scared of his job. When Ralph Rangnick was speaking in that manner in the press conferences as not an interim manager, as a director of football in that manner, bro. Yeah. John Myrtle was like, hold on a minute. Why is my man speaking like me?
I'm trying to do my job and that.
Yeah. Bro, so he was threatened, man. Some people, when they're threatened, when they come into someone, it's like when you have a gal in it and then, you know what I mean, you start treating her like the way she's supposed to be. And he's like, yo, you know what I mean? What's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? It's true though, isn't it? Like, and then he starts feeling, it's like when they see it now here, man.
Yeah, man's getting threatened. You know them ones there, like, he's like, yeah, nah.
You get, man, you can't even be like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them ones where I feel like they feel threatened, innit? And that's what John Myrtle did. You know what I mean? He felt
not wrong. That it could be that, that's actually a great shout, because now when you actually look back here at the players that he wanted, they're exactly the profile of our current manager. Exactly the profile.
Yeah.
So like, man, it's weird, bruv. It's absolutely weird. Big up Nedu for the super chats. He's saying, I can't stand another season of PMP. Would you take Luis Enrique? I wouldn't, and I wouldn't. And hear me out. You man know that I like philosophy managers and I like managers that play good football stylistically. But I know this sounds wild, innit? But I think that Luis Enrique ain't as good as people think he is, like, as a manager. I feel like the players that he's had has played a big part in why people think he's as good as he is. Like, that Barcelona team was brazy anyway. You know them ones. And when you look at the Spain team he had, was brazy anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? What's Enrique done with his shit team?
In La Liga history, highest points.
Yeah, but man had fucking MSN, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Give me MSN and see what I can do. You know, like that, bro. I'll be real.
I hear you.
It's like when you look at the Spain team as well, that he had as well. Like, it's not like these guys, like, what has he done with normal players, bro? What has he done with normal players? Like, normal. I'm not saying shit players, because not a lot of managers can do stuff with shit players. But what has he done with players that are below? Like, when you look at that Spanish team, there's not even an average player in that team.
Yeah.
There's not one. There's not one. When you look at the Barcelona team, where's the average? There's no average. Like, these are super teams. These are teams that are arguably the best teams that have ever been, bro. Like, when you look at that Spanish team, you could argue and say it's one of the best teams, like one of. Do you know what I mean? When you look at Barcelona, you can say they're one of the best club teams, if not the best club team of all time, bro. Like, what has he done with a normal team?
Yeah, I'm looking at his squad here. Yeah, Ter Stegen, Dani Alves, PK, Matthew, Mascherano, Busquets, Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Suarez, Neymar. That was his. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it's almost as if you just got to let them play, man.
Bro, look at that team.
Yeah.
Look at that team. You know, like that.
Crazy.
That bro.
Crazy.
I mean, and then look at that. And that's why people are saying something about the Zidane three-peat. Let me tell you about Zidane, yeah? Great coach and that great person, but there's a reason why he ain't taken another job. You know, like that. There's a reason, because he knows that he has to be very, 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 very careful about his next move.
But you can say the same with Pep Guardiola, though. Like, he's
Not
always
really.
landed.
But the difference is with Pep, though. The difference is with Pep.
Yeah.
Pep is like, he's showing at Man City, yeah, right now, yeah, that not only can he be successful, yeah, but he's rebuilt this Man City team multiple times, you know. Like, when you deep it, look what he's doing.
Yeah.
This is a new team, a new system again.
But
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but the thing is, what if you have to do it on a limited budget? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like,
no, but I'm not necessarily talking about the budget, Saeed. I'm talking about in general, the players you have at your disposal, because every club's budget is different. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like Zidane spent loads of money. He didn't. Because just one season Zidane didn't buy a player. Like, he didn't buy a player, bro. And he actually, I remember when he came in, bro, he benched Gareth Bale for Asensio. So it's not like he was going out there and slapping down peas, bro. But Zidane still had the players at his disposal. You know so even though he didn't spend loads of money, it's not about the budget. It's about what resources he had. When it comes to resources, he had some absolute worldies, bro.
Yep.
You know, like that. Like, how many managers can turn around and say that you can have Bale and Ronaldo in the same team? That's crazy. And Benzema.
I think, to be fair though, to work at your best, you need to be in a good environment, though, don't you? Like, for now, work now.
But you also create the environment as a manager. Pep created the environment at Man City. I wouldn't say that 100%. Created the environment at Real Madrid. He inherited a great team, didn't make loads of mad signings, bro. He just cultivated a certain level of football from these players because he managed them extremely well, but he also had them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't look at Real Madrid, that Zidane said, and say that he built them. I wouldn't say
that's why Pep's the best, though, because
Pep built this Man City team. He did.
But you know what is the reason why Pep separates the kind of good from the best is that with Zidane, I don't think he could be adaptable to change. You know, without having maybe a striker. You see Enrique now, the way he's trying to play this little system and whatnot, he couldn't do that. Like Guardiola, without playing with a false nine, like that's something that's unheard of to win the league. How many times has he done that? Twice or something like that? You know, without a striker, he's done it. So that's why for me, Pep Guardiola has been so great, is because every single year he's been adaptable to changes. He's having to maneuver things. He's having to be so expansive with his tactics. Tactically, you can never be better than Pep Guardiola. That's why I say he's the best tactically we've ever seen. You know?
No, 100%. And my man here, for sure, my man here saying, show me average players that Pep has made better. He goes for the best players, bro. Pep had Rico Lewis, balling out in the Premier League, bro. How old is he? 18?
18, yeah.
Playing inverted fucking right back, bro. Right? What are you talking about? The brother had Fabian Delph, like in a title-winning team playing left back, bro. Like, don't tell me that this guy needs 11 worldies. Pep don't need that. Do you know what I mean? He's turned John Stones into flipping Sergio Busquets, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, respect this guy, please. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that he's dealing with like bottom of the barrel players. I'm not saying that he's dealing with relegation fodder, but bro, he's making players do things,
Fabian
that we never knew that they could do. Yeah, we never knew what they could do.
Left back, yeah. No, 100%. I think, like I said to you, I think where people, and you have to throw it out there, is where people put budget into it and whether he would survive on a budget. That's the whole. But the thing
is, a different argument, though.
That's a different argument, exactly. That's the only way I feel like Pep Guardiola. If I was to throw shade, like I did a debate with a City fan a couple of weeks ago, and I had to throw that shade. I said, could he do it on a budget? Could he maneuver things? Could he win a league title with this team? Like, that's just the way you can do it. Because Pep Guardiola has proven it. You give him the facilities and you give him players that he can work with, he'll be able to produce the magic.
Yeah, but here, this is how I would put it, because it's not about winning the league with a shit team. You know what it's about? If you're a good chef, yeah, you do not need, the best ingredients to make a good meal, bro. And that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? The meal with the cheaper ingredients might not taste as good as the meal with the organic, fresh ingredients, but bro, it will still taste nice, bro. You know them ones, and that's just what it is. So it's never gonna taste better than the meal with the best ingredients, but it will still taste considerably better than if someone that didn't know what they were doing, bro. And the thing is with Pep, like, he doesn't have to win the league with a shit team for me to know that he could go to a team that's mid-table and make them play better. If you lot think that De Zerbi, can be at Brighton with those players and do that, you think that Pep couldn't do what De Zerbi's doing? He'll do better than what fucking De Zerbi's doing with the same players. Why do people think that Pep needs absolute worldies, but then managers like Graham Potter, do you know what I mean, can be at Brighton? They're like, that don't make sense. So what are you trying to say, that Potter would do better at Brighton than Pep? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I hear you. No, I hear you.
Is that what you're telling me?
Like I said to you, it's minuscule, the differences when we're trying to compare them. But ultimately, I think Pep Guardiola just has that level where, because he's evolving every year, he's giving you a reason to believe that he could probably survive in any era.
100%.
Because he's that good. You know what it is? Every time you think Pep Guardiola, Jack Grealish, what's going on here? Like, that in the south. It's true though, isn't it? You're thinking Jack Grealish, he's going to flop there. Next next season, you see a different Jack Grealish.
And then they say Pep can't manage egos, and then you see him and De Bruyne are fucking swearing at each other and shit, bro. Like, listen,
you know what, man? You know what it is. Like I said to you, same thing with Haaland. I don't really hate on Haaland. I just find him annoying, innit? Like,
he is annoying.
Guardiola. I just find this guy jarring. I want him to leave so people can have a chance, innit? That's just the way I kind of look at it. For us to have a chance, we needed to leave. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ten Hag is not on Pep Guardiola's level. We know that. That's why he has to get players in to fill that flipping gap.
100%. We can't compete with him manager for manager because he's one of one. But you have to give him the best possible chance.
Well, there you go.
You have to. Big up eye test merchant. How do we drive down inflated transfer fees? You know what you do, yeah? You start getting players to run down their contract.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. And Arsene Wenger actually predicted that this was going to happen years ago.
Yeah, years ago. Yeah.
He said that the transfer fees were going to get so crazy, and then players are going to start running down their contracts and going on freeze and stuff like that. And that's what players need to do now. Do you know what I mean? You have to think long term. Don't be a dickhead and sign the extension or the new contract that your clubs do. And when the club are giving you gentleman's agreement that you can leave. No. Run that down, bro. Leave on a free and go get your big salary. That's what you need to do, because this is what these clubs have been doing to football players. They've been taking a piss. How is a club telling a team that, oh yeah, you can have him, but give me 100 million? And when you know you're not worth 100 million as a player, you know them was like, bro, you know the amount of players, they see the transfer fee and they're like, yo, I ain't worth that,
bro.
Do you know what I mean? That's brazy. That even make no sense. You know what I mean? So like, players are gonna start running down their contracts and leaving on freeze, and that's when clubs are gonna have to pattern up. Until that happens, until a player backs themselves and puts their foot down and says, you know what, cool, not signing no new thing. If you're not gonna let me leave, I'm not signing it. They need to back themselves. Eventually, we're gonna start seeing loads of players moving around on freeze. Then they're gonna be on crazy wages, because when you sign on a free, you get the big bag.
Yep.
You know, like that. So that's what it's gonna be, bro. Like, that's what we're gonna start doing. The only problem is there's a lot of greedy agents. So when teams come to you and say, yo, like, contract extension, and we'll give you an extra 20 grand, 30 grand a week, or an extra 100 grand, the agents are saying, yo, my 10% just went up. You know, like that. So they're telling man to sign these dumb deals, and then they're stuck.
They're stuck, yeah.
They're stuck, bro.
Exactly. It's true.
And that's what it is, bro. I mean? So yeah, man are getting bumped by the agent.
There's so much money in football. It's that players just don't see past a certain amount. They get caught in it too much, and then boom, it's over for them. You know what I mean? 100%. Felix, another one of them, man. Dumb agent.
Bruv, Joao Felix has been managed so badly, and I feel sorry for him because he's still young, but a large chunk of his career has already been wasted.
Yeah.
A large chunk of it has been wasted at the wrong club both times. Big up Hassan for the super chat. Would Tony fit in at United? Of course he would. Zaha back to United? No chance. What do you think, Saeed?
No.
There's absolutely no chance, my bro. Like, there's absolutely no chance that happens. It's sad to see.
You can rate someone. You'd have to bring them, man.
Yeah, 100%. Man said, big up Nadu. Bro, listen, the agreeing to sell Sancho thing, yeah, like we don't know that that's true, so we need to relax. We need to relax on that. Like, let's not get into the paper talk stuff, because the funny thing is, there's been loads of reports, yeah, that the manager's not happy with Jadon, but actually we're not seeing that because he's playing him. Do you know what I'm saying? And not only is he playing him, but he's speaking highly of him as well. So don't get drawn into the nonsense, yeah, that is going on about him being for sale. I don't believe for a second that he's for sale. So I wouldn't, like, if the manager did not check for him, yeah, he wouldn't have given him the mental health break and sent him off to Holland and been patient with him. He would have just said, yo, this youth's not for me, whatever, and just put him in the reserves or just not played him. Like, he wouldn't have taken his time to look after him like that if he was just going to get rid of him at the end of the season. It makes no sense.
No, I think for me, like I said, I don't know. We don't know what Jadon wants as well. I don't know. I think he still wants to prove himself. I think he still wants one more season to kind of prove that. I think the manager, there was rumors of Man United looking for a left winger, but again, like I said to you, we just need to focus on the priorities, in it. Like wingers, we don't need it. Full backs, we don't need them. You know what I mean? Centre backs, we need one centre back. Keeper, midfielder, striker. Just fix the spine first, and then we'll get to the rest of them. You feel me? Like, that's 100%. Just the way I kind of look at it. Right now, the wingers, Ahmad's there, Garnacho. There's plenty of wingers, man.
Yeah. 100%. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, bro, I'll be honest, yeah. Like, let's not read too much into that speculation, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's not read into that speculation.
This summer's mad. Anything could happen, you know. I don't know what this summer already is already like a carnage, man. I can't keep up with it, man.
I don't know how this summer, I don't know what a good summer looks like, to be honest. I don't know what it looks like, because this is, bro, like, the season's been done a few weeks and this is mad turbulent,
2 weeks.
Bro. Yeah, and that's it. And so much is gone on and not gone on at the same time. It's brazy. Man saying Chelsea getting Caicedo. Wow. Enzo, Caicedo, and Kunku.
Is
that confirmed? Top, see, that's what I mean. It's every day.
Yeah, that's paper top, man. No Caicedo ain't going anywhere so far, man. Yeah, there's a lot of clubs in for him, man. So we'll see in it.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I said I'm one of the only United fans in here sits up for Sancho. Bro, it doesn't matter. Like, I've got a mind on my own, innit? And the funny thing is, like, I think someone sent me something today. Sent me something today about Jadon, yeah, and like a breakdown of his season and how he's done and stuff like that. And it's funny because all the stuff that I see in him, all the promise that I see in him as a player was reflected in what I saw in it. And it's one of them things where I understand the qualities that he has in it. So whether it works out for him here or not, it will work out for him somewhere.
Bro, 100%. I think that's guaranteed.
Because he's way too good for it not to. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff that he does that there's a lot of stuff that he does that people don't give him credit for, yeah, in the game, because he's maybe not a highlight player, innit? And also, I think that he's a victim of a lot of people having an idea of what kind of player he is in his head because they watched highlights on YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you watch his highlights on YouTube, it looks like he's always just running with the ball, doing step overs and going. That's what it looks like.
You know what's mad? I don't know, man. German league tax, man. When I looked at what he's doing and the pace he was running at, bro, there's one where he's like 14 kilometers per hour or something like that. He was moving at like the dribbling speed. And I was like, yo, Bundesliga high. But it is what it is. The actual players there, but the Premier League, it takes it out on you, man. Premier League, that's what I said to you. It's not only just about your technical ability, it's how you acclimatize to the league as well.
Everything, man. Bro.
It's everything, man.
It's the environment.
It's the environment. It's how you conduct yourself. It's how you train, how you eat, how you keep yourself fit, bro. Everything, man. To maintain yourself as a Premier League footballer, bro. When it's not going your way, how do you pick yourself up? Like, it's a lot, man. And if it's dog eat dog, if you can't survive, you think the manager's gonna feel sorry for you? Like, the manager's gonna be like, yo, okay, then we'll bring on Elanga or we'll bring on Garnacho on. Like, there's so many people that want your throne. Like, it's about how you protect your throne.
Yeah, 100%. So at the end of the day, guys, we have to be completely honest, innit? Like, we have to be completely honest. Like, one size don't fit all in football. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. So we just need to wait and see. We need to wait and see how everything pans out. But for me personally, I think that right now, it's like social media in general, like Twitter and all these things, they're echo chambers, isn't it? It's so easy, yeah. It's so easy to find like a large group of people, yeah, that have the same opinion because nobody likes to think for themselves, isn't it? So it looks like everyone agrees with you, but the reality is a lot of the time that's not the case. So for me, like I'm gonna reserve my own judgment on the players that I have certain opinions on, regardless of what everyone else is saying, because I'm not gonna change. I'm not going to change my opinion on players based on what other people think, because it's my mind, it's not theirs, you know. And if people don't agree with my opinion, that's okay. I'm completely happy with that, because if everyone thought like me, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't have the success I've had, bro. I have the success I have because I'm an individual, bro. Do you know what I mean? And people like who I am. So if you don't, that's fine. You know, like that, that's completely fine, bro. But I'm not going to change my opinion to fit in, because I'm not supposed to fit in. So big up everyone else inside. Someone just sent me the thread. Man's going to look at it quickly in here before we wrap up. Let me see. I might need to change the thing though. Let me see if Dave. Yeah, Dave. Where's Dave? Hey Dave, you in the back? I beg you sort out the this background. It's doing a mad thing. Hold on 1 minute. Oh, there we go. There we are. I got it. All right, cool. So this is the thread in it that someone sent me, but they sent it to me on Instagram. Let me see. Is this the right size? All right, cool. So this thread, it said Premier League campaign was much better than you think, a thread or something. And then it said chance creation, ball retention, ball carrying, goal threat, defensive actions. So every metric is per 90 minutes with a minimum of 1,500 minutes played in each ranking compared to his peers. All right, cool. So chance creation 2, shot creating actions 3, expected assist 5, the XG build up 2, passes into the penalty box 2, progressive passes. Cool. Only Neymar has better creative output in world football. I don't know where these metrics are, by the way, because I don't make this up. Like ball retention, yeah. Like 52.2 touches, pass accuracy, average of 83, second. Do you know what I mean? Dispossession rate, 3. Do you know what I'm saying? It's rare for an elite creative player to maintain a similar level of ball security, but that's why Pep uses 2 best in Jack Grealish. And I compared him to Grealish in Bants Sports Ooze. They're 2 players that are very ball. They're very ball retention based footballers. Do you know what I mean? And they do a lot of stuff in games, yeah, that people don't appreciate. Like they just don't lose the ball very often. And people might say, oh, they're not doing anything because they don't get goals and assists. But these guys protect the ball well, move the ball well. You know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of stuff that they don't get credit for, innit? And that's where the similarities end for me, because they're not similar in any other way. But both of their things get unnoticed. Man saying take on attempts 13. And this is exactly what I was saying to my brother as well. If you look at Jack Grealish as well, like what they call a take on, yeah, in modern football is
this
like,
is what I'm saying. This is where stats are a bit like, you know.
Exactly. What they call a take on is Marcus Rashford 1v1 squaring up a player, kicking it past them and running past them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like a take on and a successful dribble, yeah, is not the same thing. And also, like attempt, bro, what's a take on? Do you know what I mean? Because there's lateral dribbling in football. Like you can beat a player by not going past them, but going across.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's still a take on. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to go. You don't have to be direct to take a player on. You
same
can take
with chance creating.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? You could pass them the ball halfway in the middle of the pitch and then they shoot, and then that's a chance creation.
Well, there you go. So, a pass leading to a shot is created chances. You know what I'm saying? And that's why players that take set pieces, like Luke Shaw's chance creation went up when he started taking corners and taking free kicks. But these are not legitimate chances. They're not legitimate. You know what I mean? And then we got the dribble success or whatever. Progressive carries, 4th. Do you know what I mean? Progressive yards and all of these things, carries into the penalty area. Only 2 players have produced those figures, him and Matoma. And guess what? Everyone's screaming that we should go sign Matoma, but Jaden's crap. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you compare him you compare him to his peers, yeah, he's performing at a similar level or better than them. But man are saying that he's shit, bruv. Based off what?
But you know what it is though? I think it comes down to I judge players on the eye test. I know there's stats and whatnot, but
I judge them on the eye test. That's why I'm backing him.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Exactly. I think he's had a better season than Grealish when you look at the actual output that he's had.
But he has on paper, but the eye test tells you that Jack's been better.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This is where, for me, he has to get to that level. That's what I want.
Saeed, but this is why I've always said you use stats after the eye test. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, because
for me, the eye test hasn't been good enough.
But I understand him, and I understand him, and I understand his game, innit? So I know what kind of player he is. Yeah. I know he's not going to be a Jack Grealish, like scruff of the neck, the team's not playing well, give me the ball, what Rooney was. He's not that kind of player, but he is a player that if you put him in the right team, he will be unbelievable.
But I don't think this is team.
But this isn't the team at the moment. But I think that Ten Hag can build that team, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that he can build a team that will get the best out of him, that will get the best out of Anthony as well. Right now, this team doesn't suit either of them.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think a bit differently. I have my major doubts as to whether he can survive in this Man United team and just the league in general. I just don't think he suits this league and what he can provide and the pace and power that this league provides, and also what the manager's looking for as well. I don't think he can do it. That's just my doubts. Again, if he proves everyone wrong, and you can say I told you so, 100%. But for me right now, I have major doubts about Jadon Sancho and whether he could do it. He probably will get another season, but I don't think things will improve. So it is what it is.
And this eye test kills him. The eye test does kill him, for fans that don't know what they're looking at. Because the problem is, Jadon's lack of perceived passion, aggression. He doesn't throw himself into 50-50s. He doesn't have that kind of body language. It's the same with Pogba. The eye test killed Pogba as well for a lot of people that didn't understand what they were watching, because they were like, oh, he's lazy, he's jogging.
He's lazy, he's jogging.
He's not sliding into challenges. He's not. But actually, when you looked statistically, at his output, he was outrunning loads of people, but he still had a reputation of being lazy. When you look at Sancho, his pressing numbers are better than Rashford's and Martial's, but he's the lazy
poor at pressing, man.
Rashford does not run, bro.
Yeah. Rashford.
He only runs when he has the ball, Saeed.
Yeah.
He only runs when he has the ball,
or when the ball gets launched over the top and he has to run into space.
Yeah, that's the only time he runs. I mean?
But then the thing is, you can't do that with Sancho because he wants it to feet.
Precisely.
And we don't have players that are good with their feet, so it's a lot of conflicts. That's why I said, man, he don't really suit the team, man. And what we're building, if we're getting Mason Mount, he
doesn't suit the team. But I believe, that we will start to see the best of him when the team gets better in it. Like that, because the thing is, you see the last few games where Sancho's played on the right and everyone said how well he's played. Oh, he's better on the right. He should play.
Why did the manager put him on the left?
But bro, he's only better on the right because of the system at the moment. If he had players moving around him, he could be even better on the left, because he's actually a very good finisher. When you look at his conversion rate,
he's deadly.
But the thing is, he doesn't get in position to score because he doesn't have mad pace to go past players, but he needs decoy runners around him. He needs players to bounce it off, get it back, players to take players out.
Can you see that happening though? With no Hurricane as well?
I think it can happen. I think it can happen, but we need to be better as a team.
But as we're better as a team, and as the gap for Sancho to improve, I think there's still going to be that, the manager's always going to think about what he wants. And I think Sancho, ultimately, is going to be left out. That's the way I kind of look at it. The way we're bridging the gap right now, I just don't see it. With Mount, and we don't even know what our striker's going to be. So you have to have that outlook. How can it be after 2 years, we're still looking at where Jadon Sancho can play? The team is not evolving. And we're keeping players that shouldn't be here.
You're right. But one thing I would say, and stuff that you've said already, is that, bro, it's only the manager's first season. So as much as I'm upset, let's give him another season. Let's see what he does, who he brings in, if our style of play does change, and how it affects the players that we have, innit? The one thing I would say is the fact that he's getting rid of Maguire, we've been linked with selling McTominay. There's loads of players that we've been linked to getting rid of that we need to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like that. Big up Joe Black in the comments as well. Big up, my bro. It's one of them things where we have to give the manager time. We have to give the manager at least this window and next season to see if the style of play changes and if the players have bought into it and the players are thriving. If they're not, then we got a conversation. Like that. But I think that until the team's playing well, I think it's very unfair, to isolate individual players, and blame them, because the whole team's been poor, bro. Like, and when I mean poor, I don't necessarily mean in results wise, because we've had an acceptable season. But I mean, when you actually watch Manchester United this season, 90% of the games have been so hard to watch.
Hard to watch, yeah.
Hard to watch, bro. Terrible. And that's not one player why we're hard to watch. We're hard to watch because right now we've got about 4 or 5 different managers worth of players, There's no real system, there's no real style of play, there's no profile. It's like it's mayhem right now. Until we get players that are all on the same page and we get like a consistency about the way we play. Once Man United are playing consistently, once we're playing a consistent style, that is when we're really gonna find out who doesn't deserve to be here and who does.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But why this summer's so key. This is why this summer's so key to get rid of the deadwood and bring in your players, not the players that you think will work. Like, go and get Harry, go and get him. If you want him, go and get him. Don't settle for Højlund, who you don't know what you're gonna get out of. Because you're telling me that Højlund was your number one target. No, it wasn't. Don't lie. It was Harry Kane. Like, that's what I'm saying. How can you go from De Jong to Mason Mount? How can your philosophy go from De Jong to Mason Mount? That's just what I kind of look at it. So it's a big summer, man. Big summer.
100%. But like, bro, I trust the manager to do
simple.
To do 100%. Enough. You know them ones. Like, whatever enough looks like, we'll only have to see. But for me, it's like I feel like I think this is gonna end well. I think that it's gonna end well for the manager, and I think it's gonna end well for Sancho. I don't believe that he wants to sell him. I don't believe that. I think Martial leaves before Jadon leaves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to see people. 100%.
Conversation.
Hey, bruv, that's for another day, man. Do you know what I mean? How many likes we got in the chat, guys? Can't be having over 2,000 people in the show, And bruv, have we got at least 1.5? We got 1.5. You lot, get the lights up before you leave. Saeed, what's the rest of your day saying, my bro? I'm back for the West Ham game, people.
Yeah, man. I'm like I said, I'm live 5 p.m. Mandem Talk, people. So come and join us in an hour, man. Big up to the people.
You lot, make sure you go over there and support the Mandem 100%. And then tomorrow, I'll be back with Flawless and Aaron tomorrow as well. But I'll be back for the West Ham game. I'm looking forward. I want West Ham to win as well. I don't know why.
Yeah, definitely. Same. West Ham, man. Big up to West Ham, man.
Yeah. Big them up, man. I got a couple brethrens that have flown out. I've flown out for the game. They're out there. So hopefully they win, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it would be great. And I know UEFA, like, they hate English teams anyway. So it would be great for West Ham to go out there and win as well, blood, because the refs are going to screw them today 100%. You already know what it is. It's always like that. When English teams are in the final, they always are playing against the referee. You get me? So I hope that West Ham do it still.
Yeah.
You know
facts. 100%.
So, big up everyone. And also thank you for 74 as well. 74K, bro. I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, what, man? You lot are doing a mad thing. And this is going to be a mad year on YouTube, I swear down. Since man's
I'm telling you, 100K, man. By the end of the year,
100K, yeah, for sure. For sure. Do you know what I mean? 100%. Like, it's one of them ones where, bro, like, we done over 1,000 in, like, between Sunday's game and Tuesday. What day is it today? Wednesday? Wednesday. So I think I've done like 1,500 subs in the last 3 days or something like that. So you know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. Man saying Rants, you see breaking news, Qatar new bid is 7.4 billion. Bro, 74K, 7.4 billion. There, you seen it, bruv. It's gonna happen. 7.4, bruv. There you go. Qataris are coming.
They're coming, man.
They're coming. What it is. Man got the 74K and they just dropped the 7.4 in the
exactly.
bank. You know, like that. There you go, baby. There you go. You man can thank me, blood. You know them as I take that 7.4, blood. 74, lovely stuff. You know, like that. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you support the man them on Saeed's channel in what, an hour?
Yeah, hour. Yeah, less than an hour. 50 minutes.
In 50 minutes, 5 o'clock. Make sure you guys are over there, and I will be back for the West Ham game. People, big up.
Come on.